Hello, this is Parker Fry, and I'm going to be sharing my presentation in my interview on a career in soccer coaching. So here we go. The purpose of this interview was to explore what having a career in soccer coaching looks like, what it deals with, and everything that goes into actually successfully having this as a career. So, fortunately, I've been a soccer player my entire life. And within that, my dad has been coaching soccer for a very long time. So, I will be interviewing him for this project, he is currently coaching soccer. He's currently coaching two 2015 boys groups. And the at the end of this, I will also reflect on the information that we've talked about and hopefully let us both understand what being a coach is like and how I can set myself up for a successful career. So, to begin, let's meet my dad, Sean Fry. He's 52 years old. He is a high school graduate and did attend some college. Currently, he is the head coach of two New Mexico Rapids 2012 boys teams. He has been coaching for 14 years and has gotten his C license throughout this time. Our first question is, what does coaching actually involve and what does that look like for him? He says working with kids of all backgrounds and teaching them fundamentals while preparing them for the next level was one of the things that he thought, looking retrospectively at what coaching is, that was his answer. The main organization for youth soccer in the United States is United States Youth Soccer. They uphold most of the education courses, which include grassroots, and they are what we base our entire soccer organizations across the nation on. Their kind of motto is we have a place for everyone. Looking at the research and understanding what I think coaching involves, we focus on the development of different kids of all ages, and the main goal is teaching them how to play soccer. Training and education that go into coaching required when we do look at coaching, generally everybody can be a coach. A background check is kind of the only required thing for the most basic level of coaching. But when we look at becoming a higher level coach and in turn a higher paying job, higher paying level, those kinds of things, we look at the different licenses and different requirements that go into that. So there are different licenses that can continue your soccer coach career. These licenses can be anywhere from simple grassroots training to a complete full 10 months dedicated to youth soccer education, and that would be getting your A license. So, to recall, my dad has his C license, which from watching him get that and talking to him about what that meant, it was a 4 month course, including him recording different sessions, recording him coaching, attending different seminars and different educations, and it was a true experience for him. Salary was a little bit hard to find a national average, I guess. So it varies from coach to coach, and it varies because of a different number of factors, some being the age of players, the level of a team, coaching experience, like I mentioned, if you have, in comparison, just a simple grassroots license to a full A license. And typically, we're going to see A license coaches being paid the most because they are dealing with the highest level of play. They've put the most time into their coaching career, and that's what that looks like. So in New Mexico, the average being around 4K a year, which my dad, Sean, shares that he does make around 4K a year. And I found that information from ZipRecruiter. What day-to-day activities look like as a soccer coach? For him, he explains that things that go into his day-to-day look like creating session plans for both of his teams, organizing teams and games outside of league play. So here in New Mexico, we have Duke City Soccer League, which is where most all the youth club teams play. So that includes 8 week seasons, and there are pre-season tournaments and postseason tournaments. He keeps track of player development, and he creates teams based on skill level and need. So within his two teams, he coaches the two top teams of his age group. This year, one of his teams is playing up into a older age group, so they're playing 9v9, while the other team is they're called the Predators. The higher team is called the Wolfpack, which is the first team. The second team is still playing 7v7. So learning what those teams need based on who they're playing, formations they're playing, all the different things that go into what they're needing to do. He does end of year evaluations for each individual player. He and has difficult conversations whether or not he'll be keeping them within that. He attends club meetings, coaches meetings, age group meetings, and lots of different things. He also has multiple assistant coaches, which he works with day to day. And there's so much more that he couldn't even fully cover in our interview. Why he does it, and this was one of the reasons I was most interested to hear. And so he shares that his favorite part about coaching is 100% the kids and getting to work with them, see them all the time, getting to truly watch them develop. He also explains that his least favorite part of coaching youth soccer is 100% the parents. Typically, the parents are the difficult part, getting them to kind of fully be on board and just let their kids play can be pretty difficult. Um, his reason for why he does it, and I quote, watching kids turn into ballers is the best part of the job. Some advice he says, taking it day by day and knowing it's not all going to be perfect is what the job is all about. He says something that has really helped him coach over this past 14 years has been adaptability to situations and communication skills. While coaching, he's encountered so many different personalities, types of people from good to bad, and learning how to deal with different situations is key to the job. Some takeaways I thought that were important about our conversation and learning about his career were that honestly, I thought it was super cool. And as someone who's played soccer my entire life, learning this perspective of what the coaches are experiencing was really cool. Something I thought was really interesting was how much time and education goes into actually being a good soccer coach was really interesting to learn about. Some of my personal takeaways are after hearing my dad talk about it, this is something that I really want to commit to as a career for myself. And I'm very excited to keep talking to him and learning more about it. And here are my references. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation, and I hope you enjoyed.